This picture gives information about two girls and a crocodile toy. As we can see from the picture, two girls are laughing in the picture. Their mouths are open and they look pretty happy. The girl on the left of the picture has long curled yellow hair and white skin. She is wearing a silver necklace and a blue and black shirt. She is about 20 years old, and she has a red face. She is imitating the dinosaur with her mouth open. She looks thrilled and energetic. The girl on the right side of the picture is laughing as well. As we can see from the picture, she is holding a crocodile toy in her left hand and wearing a purple sweater. She is pretty young and excited. I guess she is around 20 years old. The crocodile toy is green, and it is a famous toy called Crocodile Dentists. The classic Crocodile Dentist game is a super fun and easy to learn game. Play a solo round of Crocodile Dentists or gather with up to 4 friends for a fun game. With no assembly required, this game is quick and easy to set up, so your little ones can get right to playing. This portable game is easy to bring along on road trips or visits to friends or grandparents. This picture is taken in a hospital. There are a female patient and a male doctor in the picture. They both look very serious. The male doctor is trying to figure out the illness of the patient. He is wearing a blue uniform. The female patient is sitting on a hospital bed and showing her hand to the doctor. She is wearing a white dress. Doctors save lives, but their importance goes far beyond that. Doctors also make a difference by helping patients minimize pain, recover from a disease faster, or learn to live with a disabling injury. What I can see from the picture is that there is an adult man standing underneath the shade of a tree, making a phone call with a mobile phone in his left hand. It is a sunny day, as I can tell from the bright sunshine on the top left corner of the picture. The mobile phone he is using is black and white, and it is quite small compared with the size of his palm, and by the look of the phone, I can tell that it is an old-fashioned phone, which indicates that either the picture was taken decades ago, or the man is not that rich to afford a better device. The man has dark skin, short hair, and a bushy beard. He wears a white top. His mouth is not open, so he must be listening to the person speaking on the other end of the phone. He is knitting his brows as if the news he is hearing is rather serious or terrible, and he is raising his other hand up in the air, doing some sort of gesture. This picture gives information about a journalist and a professional swimmer. As we can see from the picture, the journalist who wears a green shirt is holding a professional camera, and he is trying to capture some important moments of the swimmer. I think sports photography really requires skill and timing. It's a very technical genre of photography. As we can see from the picture, the swimmer is wearing a red swimmer hat and a tight swimming suit. There are a lot of audiences at the back of the swimming pool. I guess it must be a swimming competition and the winner has just landed. The winner is about 20 years old and he is really masculine. For him, when he won the swimming championship, it was the start of what would become an extraordinary career and the beginning of a history-making journey for a swimmer. Also, there are other candidates swimming in the pool and they are trying their best. As we can see from the picture, it is mainly in the color of black and white, and two women are sitting in front of a store, which is full of different framed paintings. On the right side of the picture, the two elderly women talk with each other, and they are dressing casually. One of them is talking with her body leaning forward, while the other is listening patiently. The rest of the picture is about the store, and it may be a small gallery that sells framed paintings, including portraitures and landscape paintings. This reminds me of my own experience of visiting a small gallery with my family, which is full of different kinds of interesting paintings that drew about realistic landscapes or modern buildings, and it also has abstract paintings that are difficult to grasp the idea. We spent a lot of time in that store and paid our attention to seeing every detail of the paintings, and more importantly, we bought our favorite painting at last. In conclusion, this picture is really interesting and helps me get a better understanding of my paintings and reminds me of a lovely memory. What can be seen from the picture is a traffic accident. Two cars hit each other on the street. The good news is that this is a slight accident and nobody gets hurt in the accident. The lady in the white coat seems pretty worried about her car. The man in a suit is looking for someone to help. We can learn from the picture that road safety is essential. Road safety is something important that has to be followed at all times to ensure the safety of the operators of a vehicle, passengers, and pedestrians. In fact, road traffic injuries are the leading cause of death among people between 15 and 29. Traffic rules and guidelines have to be set in place and strictly followed so that serious accidents and injuries can be averted. We can see a graffito on the wall. The main character is a monster who has an elephant's face and octopus's feet. This picture is very creative yet scary. If such animals exist, they must be very dangerous for humans. But I don't feel that graffiti should be considered a form of vandalism, but as a type of street art that others can appreciate, even if it's illegal. Graffito provides a way for people to express themselves openly. It helps people make a statement about what they believe in. This is one of the primary purposes of art. What I can see from the picture is that there is a little boy lying on a row of fences. Those fences are primarily used on construction sites to prevent pedestrians from walking into sites that involve potential dangers. I can tell that because those fences are painted in black and yellow to make them easily noticeable. However, those fences are not in use at the moment as they have been placed in order in the street. I suppose the little boy is having a tough life because he has no proper bed to sleep on, and is possibly homeless, given that it is daytime, but he is lying alone on top of the fences which are not supposed to accommodate people. He looks quite helpless. I feel deep empathy for him, and I really hope that his life can get better. As we can see from the picture, there is an African woman around 30 years old. She is wearing a green turban, and it is quite stylish. Wearing turbans is common among Sikhs, including women. The headgear also serves as a religious observance, including among Shia Muslims. The turban is the traditional headdress of Sufi scholars. Additionally, turbans have often been worn by nobility, regardless of religious background. They are also sometimes donned to protect hair or as a head wrap for women following cancer treatments. She is wearing a leopard print suit. As we can see from the picture, she is focusing on making handiwork. She holds a yellow pen in her right hand and a green pen in her left hand. There is a weaving machine in front of her, and probably she is weaving the turban. She looks experienced, and she might do this as a living for more than 10 years. This is the fun part of weaving, and with all the beauty and creativity, she can make beautiful cloth and turban. As we can see from the picture, it is mainly about a tunnel that has doodles on the wall, which are in red, white, and yellow. On the right side of the picture, there are many green trees planted near the rail tracks, from which we can assume that these rail tracks may not have been used for a long time. The rest of the picture is about the tunnel, which leads to a small footpath that leads to the woods. This reminds me of my own experience that doodles can be very annoying when I am walking in the underground pedestrian walkway, as they are all in poor handwrites which mainly just some meaningless symbols and letters in different colors, and these doodles can have negative impacts on the appearance of a city. In conclusion, this picture is fascinating and helps me to get a better understanding of doodles. A young man is practicing shooting using a shotgun. He is wearing a green jacket and jeans. He seems not very familiar with the gun. An elder guy is standing behind him and teaching him how to use the gun. The older man must be a good shooter. Typically, Participants will be under the guidance and close one-on-one supervision of an experienced coach at all times. I had this experience once, and usually, the day will begin with an introduction to gun safety and clay target shooting tips. Next, you will head out to the layout, where you will receive individual coaching to hone your skills further. Shooting is fun and exciting and provides a great insight into the skills and techniques involved across shooting disciplines and experiences. This picture gives information about the tomb. As we can see from the picture, 2 gravediggers are working in the yard. The guy on the left side of the picture is digging holes. He is wearing a blue shirt and blue jeans. He is about 30 years old, and he has a shovel in his hand. There is a trolley behind him, so he can move all the soil to somewhere else. Another guy is resting at the moment. As we can see from the picture, he is leaning on a tombstone, wearing a green shirt and jeans. He has white hair and white skin. I guess he is around 40 years old because he is a little bit choppy. As we can see from the picture, there are more than 10 tombstones in the picture. This place is in a mountainous area with plenty of trees and flowers.